People around the world are mourning the loss of Nabeel Qureshi. Others are cheering, and if you knew nothing else about him, that alone would tell you that he made a tremendous impact during his short life. Yesterday, we looked at some comments from Nabeel's fans, comments about how his life and death affected them. Today, we're going to read some comments on Nabeel's death from Muslims. These are all comments that have been posted on my page since Nabeel died. There are far more on Nabeel's channel and on the channels of Muslims who are attacking him through their videos. But I wanted to give everyone an idea of the amount of abuse that's been heaped on Nabeel, because when you understand the amount of abuse he endured, his love for the very people who are abusing him becomes that much more striking. Now, to be fair, I have received numerous nice, or at least fair, messages from Muslims. Some examples. David Wood: it sickens and disgusts me to see some Muslims cheering on Nabeel's death. As a practicing Ismaili Muslim, I was stricken with grief when I heard Nabeel passed away. When he first announced his illness, I prayed for his quick recovery. To our sadness, God had other plans for him. I also believe that our God is a God of love, and I believe Nabeel and his legacy will always stay with us. My heartfelt condolences go to you and Nabeel's family in this time of loss and grief. God bless you. I'm Muslim, and I cried for Nabeel even though I don't like what he did. Rest in peace, Nabeel. We Muslim using Nabeel's death as curse? My auntie was the most devoted Muslim woman I have ever seen. She died of stomach cancer. My family and the mullahs told us that when Allah loves someone too much, He tests them by giving illness like cancer so that all their sins are wiped away and Allah can put them in paradise. So according to Islam, even Allah loved Nabeel. On a side note, I find these comments about Allah being a God of love and Allah loving Nabeel very interesting, especially since Allah says in Surah 3, verses 31 to 32 of the Quran, that He has no love for those who reject Muhammad. But we'll save that for a different video. We Muslims prayed to Nabeel. We are not hating on him. You prayed to Nabeel? I am a Muslim, but neither I nor anybody can say that Nabeel died because so-and-so. Death and disease are normal for all of us, yet they are unhappy events for those still living. All of us will come to that eventually. The only judge on what we say or do is the Creator, about whom we know nothing greater than what He clearly told us about Himself. I feel sorry for Nabeel's family and friends, and hope that Allah will show us all the right path and guide us through it. I should also note that Abdullah Kunda, a convert to Islam in Australia, sent me a very thoughtful message after Nabeel died. It's refreshing to get these kinds of messages, which is why I wanted to share them. The problem is that the condolences and the nice comments and messages are the exception rather than the rule. Let me share what I get to wake up to every morning. By the way, graphic language warning. I'll censor the language that I'm quoting, but I'll leave the original words on the screen. He's finally dead. Woo-hoo! That censored deserved to die of cancer in pain and agony. The fate of every apostate dog should be like Nabeel. It's okay, David. You will join him in hell soon. Cry, white boy, cry. Your one-eyed Lord didn't save your buddy, nor will He save you. May Allah torture your soul in this life and in the after. Nabeel Qureshi died like the coward he was. Allahu Akbar, censored you, Bible, censored you, Nabeel, you kafir son of a censored, and censored you, censored Doc Wood. And in case you didn't notice, Islam is for justice and peace. May Allah give Nabeel the worst of punishment. Although that infidel was never a Muslim, he still had the chance to learn real Islam. Only Islam brings honor to people. Christianity is a cancer that needs to be destroyed. May Allah destroy the infidels and help us implement His Khilafah. At the end, where was your censored Jesus? Was he having a censored threesome with the other two persons of the Trinity? He didn't help Nabeel. What a censored, loving God you have. Where were your fake pastors? Why can't they heal him from cancer? It seems like your man God forsake him in bed. You are the next. The next what? The next person to expose your prophet? Okay. Then go to hell, David, now you laughing on Dr. Zakir Naik. When you will die, then you will recognize all, and inshallah you will die soon. You are the censored mother, censored, and shut off your censored face. You don't know nothing about Islam. But I am learning. Kill this idiot, intolerant David. Muhammad was the chosen one, but you are not. Jesus is in heaven, and Muhammad is in heaven because they are the chosen ones. When I say chosen, I mean to tell people to stop worshiping idols and my censored. You open your mouth and said something about the prophet. Wow, I am amazed. Because of this, your life is going to be nightmare. Check your life today. How is it going? Check, please double check. You wish you never open your censored white mouth and talk censored about the prophet. Please check your life, please. You can reply to this by saying my life is great, but deep down you censored, white censored. My life's awesome. I get to deal with charming scholars like you all day. Searching Jesus, finding cancer, ha ha ha, and dying in a miserable condition. What a achievement, setting a miserable example for other non-believers who try to wage war against Almighty Allah. No power on earth can stand against Almighty Allah. For sure, anybody trying to wage a war against him will end up dying in a mixer-able condition like Nabeel Qureshi for sure. You mother censored, go censored pig, you joker. Nabeel already in hell, next you, stupid wood. I don't care what you say, man, I'm still going to censored on him, ha ha, fake ex-Muslim con man dies, good. I hope you die by cancer. I hope you get blind. I hope you die by heart attacks. Your friend was false teacher and spread hatred, and you are false as well. Please mind your stomach, because the worse is coming. Dead men can't lie no more. Censored logic, you Christian biased bigotry beast. Got the beast part, right? Nabeel died like carnivorous parasite in hell fire forever. Allah has humiliated this treacherous soul in this worldly life. May Allah increase his punishment upon Nabeel Qureshi in afterlife. Ameen. Now we wait how David Woods will die. Nabeel was cursed, seeking Jesus, finding death. You are a censored, David. You will die with tang cancer.
Tang cancer.
But I feel sad about Nabeel, whatever his religion. It's good Nabeel died, and you can put your penis inside Nabeel daughter. Have you noticed that followers of the prophet who had sex with a 9-year-old girl are the only ones who would ever think of posting a comment about having sex with a little girl after her father dies? Coincidence? We want to see the last day video of Nabeel death. Ha 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 ha. He will burn in hell for leaving Islam, the one true religion. Inshallah, he will go to hell. O Allah, curse all the apostates. So he was an apostate. Glad you're finally admitting it. Die in your rage. You're next, David Wood. Be extra careful. Careful is my middle name. David Careful Wood. In fact, I'll show you how careful I am in my next video, when I prove conclusively that we have far more evidence of Allah's curse on Muhammad than on any other person in history. Be sure to watch it so you can tell me if I was careful enough. No doubt Nabeel's fate was sealed by Allah for rejecting him. Now he's rotting away 7 feet deep, becoming a meal for flesh-eating maggots. Ha ha ha. It doesn't end there. He will dwell in hell forever, along with David Woods and all those apostates. That's the true punishment by Allah. Disgraced in this life and the hereafter, a fate fitting for Nabeel seeking Jesus, dying from cancer, ha ha ha. Real in punishment, now feel the torment of your blasphemy. Just as two censored, ha ha. He is in the hell. I'm glad that censored assumed room temperature. He was a useless censored who twice bit my censored because he got too excited. Your friend died, and so will you, Mr. Wood. Repent, or Allah will curse you with cancer too. Hopefully, your is one that eats your face out. Felt sorry for Nabeel, even though I'm not a Christian, for the fact that he suffered from cancer. But seeing David using Nabeel's death to spew his filth again on Muslims is making me think otherwise. I can now put a smile on face and say, good riddance. By the way, censored Jesus. It's a shame that we have to respect him and treat him as our prophet. Nabeel got his punishment on earth for worshiping Jesus instead of his creator. This censored died like a censored, like a dog. God rotted his guts for leaving Islam and the creator to worshiping a man. We didn't need his piece of censored advice when he was taking his last breath like a dying dog. He could have kept it to his own suffering. Censored. 1.7 billion people are in no need for an advice from a brainwashed, dumb, censored, naive piece of censored like Nabeel who got fooled by David Wood. And this piece of garbage David Wood talking about love? What a censored laugh. Check out all these hate messages from Christians on Muslim sites, and wherever you see Muslims gathering and discussing their religion, you see a censored Christian censored and child molesters deflating pig poops out of their mouths, talking censored and insulting Muslims by using the most severe and hurtful words as it reflects their censored love that they are expressing, huh? Not to mention the love that God showed his son Jesus when he had him suffer and die on the cross. You call that censored love? Stupid. Nabeel, burn in hell, mother censored, and David Wood, you will follow him one day, you sewerhead, hate-mongering, child molester, lying, censored. I can go on. If you'd like me to go on, let me know in the comments section, because I can do an endless series of videos on comments like these. But for present purposes, I think you get the picture. This is the kind of abuse Nabeel had to deal with for 12 years. He got his first death threat attached to his car about a month after he left Islam, when he would check his email or his Facebook page or his YouTube channel. These are the kinds of messages he would read. And yet, in his final video, he encouraged people to love the very Muslims who spent years heaping abuse on him. He did this throughout his ministry. Even after terrorist attacks, when people would be calling for a ban on Muslim immigration, Nabeel would be at conferences or in church services telling Christians that he only heard the gospel because his parents came to the United States, and that Christians need to put their love for Muslims and their desire to share the gospel even ahead of their concerns for personal safety. Muslims showered Nabeel with threats and insults and slander for 12 years, and his response was to defend them, even when defending them was extremely unpopular. And how do they react when one of their main defenders dies? Glad he's in hell, Allahu Akbar, now someone can put a penis in his daughter. Why do so many Muslims respond this way? Well, these are the kinds of insults we find Muhammad and his followers using when we read the Muslim sources. Muhammad famously told his followers, if anyone proudly asserts his descent in the manner of the pre-Islamic people, tell him to bite his father's penis, and do not use a euphemism. Muhammad's closest companions used similar language. Here's a gem from the History of At-Tabari, Volume 8, page 76. Urwa went to the Prophet and began speaking to him. The prophet spoke as he had spoken to Budail. Then Urwa said, Muhammad, tell me, if you extirpate, or wipe out, your tribesmen, have you ever heard of any of the Arabs who destroyed his own race before you? And if the contrary comes to pass, by God I see both prominent people and rabble who are likely to flee and leave you. Abu Bakr said, Go suck the clitoris of Alat. Urwa believed in a goddess named Alat. Abu Bakr, Muhammad's closest companion and the first of the rightly guided caliphs, told Urwa to go perform oral sex on his goddess. That's how Muhammad's companions would talk to the polytheists. Should we be surprised to read comments like these from people who take Muhammad and Abu Bakr as their patterns of conduct? Of course not. But if we take anything away from Nabeel's videos, it's that we should love people like this, in spite of their sickening, perverse, hate-filled comments. These are people who were created in the image of God. That image has been marred and warped and twisted, but it's still there. And we know the one who can help them. Unfortunately, I've learned by experience that they don't really listen until their confidence in Muhammad has been shaken. So we'll turn to Muhammad next. And don't worry, I'll be extra careful.